Alright, so I've had a lot of students trying to make a spinner and struggling, and so I'm making this video to show how you can make a spinner. Now this is a print and place one, where if you print it correctly, you should be able to pull it up and be able to spin it. You can put all sorts of things on there. You could actually have a design go all the way through, add loops, whatever you might want to do, or just have it as a fidget. So we're going to show that here in Tinkercad. Now I have the final product of what it looks like right here in the middle, as you can see. I'm going to turn around and set that to the side. We're going to turn around and look at these. These are the shapes that make up what I just showed you there. And I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. And so we're going to start, first of all, with the outer ring. Now my outer ring, if you look, this is 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters, perfect circle. I've turned the sides all the way up because I want a really smooth one. Although if you wanted to, you could turn it down and have less sides, give it flat sides, but that's not what I want, so I'm going to put it up to 64. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put them together. Now I want them aligned, and to do that I'm going to turn around and I'm going to use the alignment tool here. And now that I have that done, I can take these two and I can use my grouping tool and group them. So that gives me my outer ring. Now for my inner ring, my inner circle, this one's going to go in the middle, but right now I'm going to start by taking this cone and I'm going to put it up here at the top. Now these cones, I started with a regular cone like this one. This is what you pull off of the sidebar here, and I resized it to a 5 millimeter cone right here. What I did is I held right here, I hit the shift button, and I put it down to 5 millimeters. Now why I did this is most of my printers, if I was to turn this on its side like that, can print at that angle and still be fine. Too much more than that, then they'll struggle. But take these cones and you can see that I'm going to put them on the end here. And to make sure I have them in the right spot, I'm going to use my alignment tool again. I want to center align them this way. I do not want to center align them this way because they will then not be in the right spot. And I can look at them and I can kind of, I'm going to use the F button to check this out. Now part of the problem is if you do not have it all the way in, it's going to come off. I'm going to change my snap grid here to 1 millimeter, and then I can use my over arrow to move it just a little bit, just so I can see that it's in there. When I'm pleased with that one, I'm going to come over to this one. I'm going to hit F to fit my view. Once again, I can kind of see the same thing is happening. I'm going to use my over arrow, and I can see that I have that about where I want. And for now, I'm going to group these two pieces. I'm going to ungroup them in just a little bit. Now let's go back to my original view. I'm going to take these two. Now I'm going to put holes in here eventually. And how I do that is I'm going to make sure that this is lined up where I want it. Make sure I'm getting that in the center like I want. And I'm going to take this shape and I'm going to ungroup it now. I'm going to take this shape and I'm going to duplicate it. Now I can duplicate it right here, or I can hit Control D. And that new shape that I moved, I'm going to move it, put my snap grid back to 1. I'm going to move it over 1 millimeter. I'm going to make that one a hole. This one, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to move it to the side 1, and I'm going to make that a hole. Now right now, if I was to group this, those holes would override the cones, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide it using Control H. I'm going to hide that cone, Control H, that cone, Control H, and you can see that I have just the outer ring with those cones, and I can group those three. I could have also selected them separately using the Shift button, but I group them. I can unhide my objects. You can see those are back. And now I can, well, I'm not going to group those yet. I'm actually going to use this that we can turn around and use transparent. And what we can see going on when this goes to print, it will not quite connect, but you can see that this cone goes in there. And that would allow the item to spin. When you are done with it, you can group ungroup them. Anyways, that is how you can turn around and make your own spinner. Thanks.